Okay, so in conclusion, guys, please laugh at my jokes. My self-esteem depends on it. When are we starting, Devar?
Right now. We're doing it now.
Oh.
We're doing it live, huh? Okay.
We're doing
Bearvis,
it live.
Bearvis, bear sounds. Here we are. The Bearvis, yes, bear sounds, and all that.
So back to the seriousness of arcade side-scrolling beat-em-ups and introductions.
Sure.
I am the GM of this game, Syndicate Bust-Up, Devar Akvaron. And on the table, as per last session, we have our usual suspects. Dantan Stormkeeper as Johild.
Hi.
Johild.
Brendan as Trevor.
That's a me.
He's Italian.
Icipall as Nina.
Ready and able.
Ross Fairies as Cosplay. That's totally his name.
Yep, totally.
That's totally his name. Totally the character's name, yeah. Then we have Deamonox as Lubu. Someone wake him up!
Poke, 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 poke.
Deamonox.
Deamonox?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
he-
the daylight savings hasn't already started yet, and he's already sleepy.
He's just getting into character. He's a method actor, I guess.
All right.
And finally, our guest, Madhog, my master, as Bearvis.
Yes, you kept the best for last. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's totally the reason why you named the last. I'm not going to question it. Anyway, so I would like to extend a hand of appreciation to you guys for changing the avatars for your Discord chats to reflect more the nature of the character you are playing at this moment, which is very nice, and I'm sure that for however many viewers we'll get, not many I expect, this will be much easier to follow now.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So,
As soon as this campaign is over, I'm switching back to Jessica. Jessica giving no fucks as my avatar again.
Oh, so that's what your avatar means. I've been asking myself, what does that image he put on his Discord mean?
One? That one was actually a one of myself and my girlfriend that she got for me. So.
Oh, that's very cute. You should use that. It's more wholesome than the other choice.
I've had it on here for like 2+ years.
So starting the session.
yes, we're going to start just now. So, session one, you had a bit of a fight.
I suppose so.
Houses burned down.
That's totally not my fault.
I mean, it wasn't our fault this time.
My character has stabbed everyone that was unconscious on the ground.
Yes,
That seems fair.
That seems to be a thing you just did. Yes. Let's see.
You claim.
So basically goons, or rather the people of Goon, as well
They
as
are now deceased.
as well as the Syndicate. Vainglory were name dropped last session.
That sounds like a League of Evil Exes situation.
Yes, it is.
So of course we're going to be starting this session on a bus.
Of course we
On
are.
a bus.
Can you guys think of a good alliteration with bus? Because basically, I'm going to name every stream we do. I'm going to name them as stages instead of chapters or parts to keep in line with the leitmotif. And I want cheesy alliteration for titles. Last episode, last stage, if you will, I titled it Countryside Chaos. Because it seems a good idea at the time.
Well, let's see where the session takes us, then you can come up with a title.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense.
So yeah.
Bush at the bus.
I was gonna say bus bashing, but never mind. Anyway, so of course the bus is like the classic, double-decker red bus that you see in every show or every movie that takes place in England.
Honestly, it's a perfect stage for a brawler.
Yeah. So, anyway, in this case, you're all traveling to the city of London proper. You're all seated at the very back of the bus. Your teacher, Beatrice, is sat in the middle. There's not many people on the bus at this time compared to outside on the streets, where there's a lot of hustle and bustle with lots of people walking around, going about their business.
Yes, I'm assuming they're all fighting each other, as it is expected out of beat 'em up cities.
Not this one. No, it's just more of a everything's calm.
Hasn't started yet, so no.
Listen,
yeah, there's no football riots right
my
now.
suspension of disbelief is predicated on the fact that everybody in the streets is acting like it's the city in River City Girls.
So do we see anyone with a question mark above their head?
No.
They would give us a side quest.
Guys,
No.
anyone could be a parlance user.
Yes.
To the most
Is anybody disintegrating while dropping coins on the ground? I'm calling dibs.
Anyway, so guys, so Beatrice begins to talk, but in a very hushed tone. Okay, it will take some time till we make it to my contact that's in the city. So, to pass the time, I will tell you a bit more.
Why are we whispering?
I will tell you a bit more about the threat that we have the pleasure of dealing with. The Syndicate. Vainglory.
I'm sorry, what was it called again?
Vainglory.
Vainglory.
Huh.
Yeah, have you not heard that word before?
Bearvis feels very cold out at this moment.
Actually, has Nina ever heard of this criminal organization like this?
No, she has definitely not heard of such an organization existing.
Okay.
So first, a little background on them. They are an organization that are above corporations and even the government, and have control over society in many ways. Some of its members in positions of power, or within society pretending to be normal people, acting as a secret police or watchers.
Rich, powerful people pretending to be people. Imagine that.
Their sole purpose, keeping the country ignorant of what's really going on behind the scenes, and keeping things like magic and other races that are not human, and even stance users, a secret.
Ooh.
So,
You about to say something, Icipall?
yes, I was just thinking. I just got the quote in the start to think about how exactly Nina would word this. Wait, they are the ones who are keeping the supernatural stuff like her, points at Cosplay, secret? Wait, does this mean that they not just elves but dwarves, vampires, werewolves and leprechauns are all also real?
Yes.
Next thing you tell me Santa Claus and Queen Victoria are real? That's ridiculous.
Is Santa Claus real?
Actually, that's a pertinent question. Is Santa Claus, is Father Christmas real? I should ask you.
Beatrice just kind of just chuckles a bit and goes like, there's a lot of things that are true in this world, aren't they?
Bearvis slams his paw on the window. He never brought me the Harley Davidson I asked him. The bastard. Oh, he'll get a letter from my lawyers, my many sexy lawyers. Not as sexy as moi.
So, Granny,
Yes.
let me get this straight. There's a syndicate who controls the world, and they hire goons?
Well, I mean,
So far, so good.
Do they control the world or do they control this country? How big are they?
There's a syndicate in every country. They're all different. They all work on a very different way.
Are they question?
Yes.
So Bearvis has a pertinent question. He'll say it in character. Do they have agents, and do they have all numbers, counting down from 1,000 to 1? Do they have silly names?
Allow me to explain things to you all.
Certainly.
Has it ever crossed your mind how your home country tries to instill values into you? How people around you put it into your head that you must have certain qualities or mindsets in order to succeed in life?
Yes.
Fit in with everybody else.
Yes,
live.
Yes, the faulty American education system. They indoctrinate you at an early age. Everybody knows that.
Not only people, but also how the media subtly hints it too. Show you the idolized version of a place you live, or so-calledly how the typical countryman lives.
Yeah,
That is how...
Yeah, Trevor Murdoch. That's what I said.
That is how the Syndicate controls the people, by implanting an idea, a viewpoint of what traits are most valued, or even a core ideal like here, all for the sake to make the majority of society lose sight of how to truly fix a country they live and benefit from the division it causes.
Hey, Devar, I think you're being too subtle on this commentary.
Vainglory controls England by their country's pride. Uphold the values of fairness and justice to a fault, regardless of context, and to be proud of their long history, all of their greatest and proudest accomplishments.
So, what's their end game then? Just power and profit? Because this seems like quite honestly a lot bigger than just some international criminal organization who is in for the money.
Now that sounds like capitalism to Bearvis.
As much as I would like to give an answer to that one, I'm afraid even I am not privy to what the end goal is or why it's been set up this way.
I have a question out of character.
Go ahead.
So the British section of the Syndicate is named Vainglory, which is, by the way, perfect choice.
Yes.
What is the Italian section named? And for that matter, what is the Finnish section named? The American... I want to hear what the American section is named.
I will not go over the American one because that's going to be in this game's story.
Of course.
As for Italy, I'll say Italy at least, but I originally planned for it to be apathy.
You know what? You got it right. You got it right in one.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
So yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. Anyway, let's see. Where was I?
That she has no idea basically what the end goal is.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that not only can we take out Vainglory, but we can also find out what their goal is, and what the Syndicate's goal is, and what is the end game exactly.
Bearvis raises his paw.
Yes.
Does Bearvis get to punch a royal or two?
As Farmer Ted said, the royals aren't really the enemy in this case. They're just unwitting pawns.
Bearvis is disappointed. Hoo-ha!
So, I guess it would be a kind of silly question to ask how long have these syndicates existed? But, well, how long have they existed? And how do you know all this?
The first one I can definitely answer at least. That's been around for nearly thousands of years.
Thousands?
Thousands?
Jesus.
Yeah, a long time.
So, hang on. For someone to control this goal, basically, is it the same person at the top, or is it someone different each time that has the same goal? Like, is it generational?
In Vainglory's case, I can answer for that one. Basically, seems to be a different person who takes command, from what I've remember hearing.
So what they run annual big bad evil guy elections.
They have their own version of the G8 or G9. Actually, how many nations are in the G now? I forgot.
It's... Let me think how to word this. So Beatrice basically looks kind of thoughtful for a moment and says... Sorry, I just clicked my headphone then for a moment. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think how to word this properly.
Do they have elections? Are they rigged?
It's less electing and more finding the strongest and most worthy.
Do they decide who's the next in line to be the leader in the same way the Pope is decided?
I just answered it by she just says, they find who is the most strongest and worthy.
So it's
Being on
basically
promotion.
combat?
Yeah.
No? Combat to the death?
And stance powers also.
So
decide that too.
you're saying they are an anime organization, basically. Okay. Got you.
What? Really?
No.
Okay, so I guess we're fighting Organization 13 or something.
Vainglory has 4 commanders and a boss. You've already met Ted. He looks like a farmer, but he holds a position of power as the lowest ranking commander in the ranks. Then there's the other one you saw, Pendragon. He's second in command. No one has ever seen what he looks like under the knight's armor he wears. And under him is Angela and Jeffrey. I never met those two personally, as they mostly work outside as a TV personality and within the rich community, respectively, acting to keep Vainglory's influence in those parts of society.
I love that 3 out of 4 of these guys have completely normal names. Ted, Jeffrey, and then there is Pendragon. That's very amusing.
It's King Arthur's surname.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's my point. Wait, hold on. Was there a Ted amongst the Knights of the Round Table?
No,
No.
there was
Because
no Ted.
if you had that whole theming for the Knights of the Round Table, it would have been perfect.
In this case,
there is the boss, so who know? They
As for the boss of Vainglory,
Excalibur?
As for the boss of Vainglory, Pendragon always sees them in their office, and only he is ever allowed into that office to see them. So that person is a complete mystery to me.
Interesting.
As for your question earlier, Nina, I used to be a member of Vainglory.
Dun 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 dun.
No.
Is that why they called you Moira?
Yes, I used to go by that name,
Ginevra,
but
So which is your real name then?
Morgana.
they are both real to me anyway, because Moira is the past version of me, and Beatrice is supposed to be the present version of me that wants to uproot the Syndicate's evil.
Hold on a minute. Are you Carmen Sandiego from the Netflix show?
No.
Oh, well, it's similar, so that's where my brain went.
Of course it did. Though, I think I should also tell you about who works under the syndicates.
Yeah.
The ones you call goons?
Yes, Goon. Global Organization Overseers of Nations.
Goon.
Yes.
Can you put that in the chat so that I can write it down?
So, for low-level grunts to have a very extravagant name,
Yes. She then just continues going like, they are a global subordinate organization owned by the world syndicates. The people of Goon consist of a few highly trusted individuals willing to serve their country's syndicate, trained in the ways of combat, in how to deal with all the races, magic users, and parlancers. Then they are cloned.
did you say they're
Explain why that-
cloned?
Yes.
What's cloning? She asks basically, Trevor.
Cloning?
Cloning?
Have you not seen
Not
Jurassic
cloning! What's cloning?
Have you not seen Jurassic Park? Only
Ben-
the greatest movie of our decade?
Oh, no, you're going to reference that film with Michael Keaton, aren't you? You're going to reference that, aren't you? You're doing that. You're doing this to me, aren't you?
But Beatrice goes like, says, you could in layman's terms, yes, it is kind of like the movie Jurassic Park of cloning in that respect.
I was thinking of Pokemon, the first movie.
And I was thinking of that one comedy with Michael Keaton in which there are 4 of him.
Wasn't it?
You just see Johild's holding her head and is spinning and goes like, Jurassic Park, Pokemon, what are all these things?
Child.
Bearvis slams his paw on the seat. They're going to send dinosaurs against us with frog DNAs. I meant. This is my real voice. This is my real voice.
So anyway, so Beatrice goes like, listen, Johild. Cloning is basically the act of copying a person's physical appearance right down to the very mole on their face. I don't know the specifics of how it all works, though. Especially for how the clones still retain the same personality and goals.
I never trusted those photocopying machine.
I'm gonna start over because anyway. I don't know the specifics of how it all works, or how the clones still retain the same personality and goals of the original, but consider the members of Goon as their mercenary task force that does the bulk of the dirty work, and are the main ones that keep watch not only of humans, but also of minority races, like her, and points to Cosplay.
Bearvis looks nervous for a second because he thought you were pointing at him, but then he sighs in relief when he realizes...
You are being watched as well.
Who? Me? But I'm just a guy. Normal, true-blooded American who rides motorcycles while playing guitar on fire. Totally normal guy, nothing special about me. No siree.
The Watchers may have told you to say that, at least, or to think of a cover story for yourself. But I know an anthropomorphic animal when I see one.
Devar, don't out me like that. It's rude.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing a talking bear that's trying to pretend to be a normal human.
I'm a human in a bear suit. You can't prove otherwise. Shifty eyes.
Johild just taps Bearvis and goes like, Mr. Bear,
yes?
maybe you should be a little quieter if you don't want to bring attention to yourself. You might also you might scare people with the fact that you're bear.
What do you mean, bear? I'm totally. Count to 10. These people are being very
just
rude.
like
to
nodding
you.
away.
These people are being very rude right now, but going to your mind space.
Beatrice basically then says, "Is there anything else you would like to ask me? Because I need to explain all of this to her." Like points to Cosplay again.
Everybody looks at her.
Does
just
she?
kinda-
I take it that this means that she doesn't speak English, actually.
She speaks little English,
What?
but
Does she speak any other language? I take it she speaks some other language.
she
Some
then
elf language.
she then doesn't answer and then decides to kind of show you by talking to Cosplay, but in Elvish. So
So the language sounds like they're kind of singing to each other. Like, it's very lyrical the way that it sounds.
What?
So it sounds Irish. Got it.
I was thinking. For some reason, I was thinking. Do you people speak in Spice Girls?
no, we're speaking Backstreet by boys.
Backstreet's back. All right.
or S Club 7.
Or New Kids on the Block.
Well, how about Beastie Boys?
I mean, if we want to be really silly about it, Cosplay and Beatrice are probably rapping to each other.
No. We all know there is only one musical language of the 90s, and that language is Butthole Surfers. Everybody knows that.
So anyway, Ross, you did listen to all that conversation, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so she's basically explained all that, but in much more simpler terms, because Beatrice does not know how to say certain words in Elvish, other than keeping it more simpler. Essentially.
Gotcha.
Do you... Okay.
Beatrice basically, I'm sorry,
Cosplay.
Cosplay?
just relates in Elvish that that you told her this already, so why are you wasting her time?
Fair enough.
Yeah, so it's like, so basically, like I said, Beatrice goes like, "I didn't tell you the entire story, child. You need to
Yes.
I need to form my words properly. Anyway, you need to not act like you know everything already."
Ross.
And they continue back and forth like this for a little while, for a few moments to argue, apparently arguing.
Yeah, Johild's just basically like looking in astonishment and going like, "It's beautiful."
Bearvis is taking notes for his next hit song. Cultural Appropriation version 2. Working title.
So yeah, I was gonna say, as a joke actually, that it's actually not a joke. It's more of a thing that I noticed when it comes to when it comes to being an outsider to a language. When it came to my sweetheart's family who speak exclusively Polish, I always sounds like to me they're arguing, even though it's just them talking normally.
It's just a very lyrical language.
Anyway,
It's
so
like how everyone who doesn't speak French hears French and think that, and to them it sounds very sexy language.
Yes, and when you're since we are drawing up national stereotypes, when you hear German people speaking, it sounds like they are fighting also.
yeah.
I'm wondering, what does it sound like to you when you hear Italian talking to each other?
It sounds like you are very chipper.
Yeah, it sounds like they're very flirty.
Yeah,
Well-
very jovial.
Well, honestly, you're not wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong about that. By the way, Ross, I have a question for you. Why is Discord informing me that you're playing a Honey Pop 2?
Because I have to open another window.
Wow, gee, thanks for your dedication to the craft, Ross.
I am also the type of person that is ADD as fuck and can focus on 2 things at once.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair, Ross. At least you're not doing something else with your hands to make a lot of uncomfortable noise for me to hear and edit. Okay, that came out wrong. I meant when he plays with his controller in hand to the times. Okay,
I'm fidgety, so.
Yes, okay. That
to dig yourself deeper.
That keeps coming out wrong, but you know what I mean.
Maybe let's just move on.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
move on. Jeez.
Speaking of, well, actually, is it? I'm trying to think now if anyone else has any other questions, or should I basically? You have another question, do you? Okay.
Well, does anyone have anything else? Because I've been thinking if Nina has anything else she wants to add. Oh, actually, so what exactly is this whole thing with this parlance thing and how it ties to this syndicate?
Beatrice basically stopped talking to.
For a second, I thought you said that Sunderedicate for some reason.
Do not tempt me, Madhog.
So basically, Beatrice basically looks to you and says, after just finding a point to stop talking with Cosplay, and says, the simplest thing to explain parlance to you, or even to stance powers, is that stances are a strange ability that comes out of certain people, and usually it manifests itself as a representation of one's will or true core nature, especially in the current point in their life. That's the most simplest way of putting it, since not much is known about stance powers. Beyond that, it's an ability that exists, and why it works the way it does.
So that was really cryptic and not descriptive. But we are all stance users here. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's the closest we're going to get to what's going on. Okay, it's fine with me. Never mind.
So let's see if Bearvis understands this correctly. Evil bad guys secretly control the world. We must fight and defeat them, and we have superpowers. Is Bearvis wrong?
You're not wrong.
Bearvis understands completely. Hoo-ha!
So where are we going exactly?
To meet with my contact, as I said before, we're meeting a man by the name of Caleb Tepper.
And Caleb will be able to help us sort more of our situation here.
I'm hoping that we can group up, and so that we can try and invade Vainglory's main base.
So we already know where their main base is.
Of course, because I know where it is.
You were there at one point.
Yes, I used to work for Vainglory.
And they didn't decide to do anything like chasing their headquarters after you, jumped ship. Actually, if it's not too personal of a question, why did you leave them? Sounded like since if you are in the top dogs there, you got a pretty cushy life.
I did. But have you ever felt like you've lived a full life, but you've done nothing to leave the world better than you have left it?
No, not even once.
I don't think I'm old enough for that yet.
Yeah, Johild just says, I'm 17.
The wrong audience for this.
But yeah.
I mean, probably the oldest ones here are Cosplay and Lubu.
I don't actually know how old Lubu is, but he's not that old.
You don't know how old Bearvis is.
I mean, bears live only for like, 12 years?
Okay, well, first of all, not a bear here, man in a suit. Second of all, these are cartoon bear logic. This is cartoon bear logic.
Oh, my
you know?
my apologies. It depends on the type of bear, but bears generally live between 20 to 30 years.
Okay, so this is a fantasy version of reality. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you are and you're talking to an anthropomorphic bear. I mean, a man in a suit. So you, I don't think regular bears' lifespans apply here.
So
I mean, Lubu's only, I think, at tops 19-ish.
the point is, Beatrice continues,
There you go.
I've had enough of living a life where I'm just upholding the status quo that only benefits certain people and doesn't benefit the majority in the long run.
Guys,
That's something I can get behind.
I've just realized, are we a persona party right now?
I mean,
You got
I don't think Persona holds the sole monopoly for that type of
No, I mean specifically a bunch of humanoids plus the mascot character in their party.
I don't know. That Jojo basically also kind of has that as well.
I'd rather play
Jojo
Syndicate
was
beat 'em up
the-
than Persona right now. So I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
my man. Thank you. I'm not the only one in this group.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see. Besides, I think you lot would probably be better off not being kidnapped and forced to work under them. Won't you agree?
Bearvis has a distant look in his eyes for a split second, and then he pretends to be whistling.
I didn't know bears could whistle. That's impressive.
That's why I said he's pretending. Also, man in a suit here, I would thank you to acknowledge me as that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking to be under the thumb of some global syndicate organization trying to manipulate the vast majority of people. Not on my list of things to do in life.
Well,
they would have certainly tried.
let's just say Bearvis does not respond well to being caged. Not at all, baby. Not at all.
The Shining Day would not like something like this happening, this corruption, to exist.
Well, I guess this means that they're... And here I was expecting to get a training vacation. Guess it's back to everyday life. So,
Believe me, I was kind of hoping they wouldn't have acted so soon, but it seems like they've had suspicions about me for a while.
What does Cosplay have to say about this?
I'm Cosplay!
She's just looking kind of a vacant expression, like she's not very much following the conversation.
She's somehow playing a video game on her phone, even though it's the year 1999.
Everyone was playing Worm at this point, the hottest new sensation of gaming.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, Snake. It's be called Snake in this country.
On a Nokia phone.
Oh, right,
my
yeah.
god. I hate that I know what you're talking about.
But it's not like it's not like there's anyone here who hasn't played Snake on their phone.
Yeah.
It's true.
Anyway, if there's no other questions, unless you guys have something.
Well, after Beatrice stops talking and there's this moment of silence, Nina speaks up. Well, why don't you all tell about yourselves to everyone in the group, since we are going to be fighting together as a team?
I mean,
I think that sounds reasonable.
Johild looks apprehensive about that.
maybe people don't feel comfortable in sharing their deepest, darkest secrets. You see,
I'm not asking deep, dark secrets, and to be frank, I'd like to know that that people I'm fighting with are people I can trust my back with. You are all, no offense, but you are all strangers to me.
that's fair.
Agreed.
Bearvis is stranger to nobody. Bearvis is an international renowned super mega star of... Did I say international already? Yes, I did!
Yeah,
I've
Bearvis.
never heard of you.
Yeah,
Bearvis.
Lucas was away saying like with the same thing of never heard of you.
Bearvis is rock! Bearvis is danger! Bearvis is multi-platinum. Bearvis is admittedly a little bit derivative, but Bearvis took a famous gimmick and made it even bigger. Bearvis is the greatest and onlyest Elvis impersonator / stuntman / rockstar, baby.
I don't
great-
even know all those words you've just said. So
Bearvis forgives your ignorance. This time.
she just looks like, thank you? Question mark?
Trevor kind of
Bearvis
leans into
welcomes
Nina.
you.
Trevor kind of leans into Nina and says, we'll keep that one in front of us, because I don't think we can trust it to have her back.
Bearvis is always taking up the spotlight. Hoo-ha!
Nina whispers back. I don't think we have to worry about that. He seems to be the type who charges straight into danger and gets riddled with the holes because of that.
Bearvis doesn't
point.
charge. Bearvis, a small correction. Bearvis does not charge into danger. Bearvis is fucking danger, baby.
What danger
Punch Man
considered
okay
first?
meme.
Right then. Anyone
Well,
else?
Nina, why don't you start?
Wait, who starts?
Nina, why don't you start, since you brought it up? Maybe some of us need icebreakers, kind of eyeballing the nervous Johild.
Well, okay.
Oh, before that, Bearvis is going to produce a picnic basket for everyone to enjoy.
Oh god, it is Yogi Bear.
I mean, I thought to myself, what if Yogi Bear but Elvis? And there you have it. Here's a picnic basket for everybody.
Here's a picnic
Hey,
basket.
everybody, here's a picnic basket for you. And lots of food for all of you. Like to share? This, in an attempt to, as you said, break the ice. Everybody can relax. Also, he's totally a trustworthy man in a bear suit.
Johild just goes, thanks, and takes a sandwich or whatever is in the basket.
What sandwich do you want, actually? Because Bearvis might just have it.
I don't mind as long as it's
Edible.
Okay, I'm going to roll for it.
Oh my god, he's gonna roll for a sandwich.
Yep.
Hold on, I already forgot how this works. Okay. I'm
We
going
can
to
skip
roll.
it then.
Yeah, let's just say
20?
ham and cheese
Oh.
or something.
Oh, well, it's a 5. Well, I got the ham, but not the cheese, and I guess not even the bread. Sorry, you just got ham.
We all the same thing.
I did not see that dice in
I
this.
don't see a roll either.
I just rolled a 5. Can't you see it?
No.
No, I do not see it.
Did you
Oh, wait, no, actually, I see
That's
Deamonox.
That's me
Deamonox?
proving that I'm in the right thing.
I see Johild. Madhog, did you click on the link I gave just now?
Don't tell
The
me
dice room.
don't tell me you changed the dice roller
Yes.
again.
No,
No.
I basically gave this room to you. Yeah, which is the same
Essentially remakes the
dice.
room.
I basically made a room.
Yes, that's the one I'm already using. And I don't know why it didn't appear in...
No, they
Did you-
changed the room name, so it's a different room.
I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know. I thought he would have clicked on it.
do you see
Okay,
our names in
I
the
listen,
rolls?
listen. I had saved up the page for the room we used last
Oh.
time, so I was
Yep.
using that page instead. But you're telling me we have to make a new room every time?
Well, it seems that way since I
Well,
can't, remember what I wrote for the room
Well,
last time.
I rolled a 3, so you get nothing, sir. Good day to you.
Okay, moving on.
Bearvis already ate all the sandwiches.
Anyway, so as you said, you all get sandwiches. Let's just cut to the chase.
He's going to just eat a bit of honey and soybeans. He's on a strict diet.
Yeah. So you guys
Excellent.
could continue.
Yeah, because I thought I know Brendan asked Nina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Needed to break the ice.
So, like I said before, I come from the States. I lived in the big city called Valenborough with my grandpa there. I like fighting. And he's the one who trained me how to throw a punch. And I'm basically completely new to this whole stance and parlancers thing. Didn't even know I had such power until Beatrice dropped down on almost at our doorstep. And well, that's the long and short of it.
Riveting. Bearvis likes your spirit. Hoo-ha!
Thank you.
Bearvis is all about them, grandparents, and family. Hoo-ha! Yes. Bearvis is not awkward at conversations.
Well, what is your story then?
Bearvis comes from humble origins. He was just a regular bear, but he was also smarter than the average bear. You see, Bearvis had dreams and aspirations. Bearvis wanted to be the greatest and onlyest Elvis impersonator slash stuntman slash rockstar in the world. And Bearvis did it with good old-fashioned determination and... Wait, what am I saying? What am I saying? I'm a man in bear suit. Okay, well...
Nina just gives a flat stare.
Bearvis had a dream to be the greatest and onlyest Elvis impersonator slash stuntman slash rockstar slash bear suitor in the world. Yes, that's it. And Bearvis became just that, with his indomitable charisma and determination. And sick moves. Hoo-ha! He does some sick moves. Please applaud. At the sick moves, which are sick. And he became very famous and popular in America, and the rest is history. I guess America is not the rest of the world, as he is starting to realize.
I mean, even the Americans haven't heard of him, though.
No, he's actually quite popular in America. Yes, it's all in the backstory that it was approved by the GM. So multi-time platinum winner, multi-time platinum artist, and all that. Very kids love him, parents hate him.
I believe that, but I think that's more of our characters not being into that sort of things that where Bearvis is famous for.
That's fair. Honestly, that's absolutely fair. I mean, if someone is Nashville famous, doesn't make them known worldwide unless they are Conroy Bumpus. Everybody knows Conroy Bumpus.
I have no idea who you are talking about.
Yeah,
Listen, okay,
It's a Max reference.
But,
listen. That's just the point of the joke.
So let's continue, guys.
No one else stepping up on the plate?
No.
Well,
My character really can't.
And Lubu just looks at this, opens one eye and goes, Lubu, I've already told you about myself. I was trained, I come from China, can't remember the province's name. My own fault for not writing it down. But you know, when Lubu's thing is the case of, I've already told you about myself, what, there's nothing else to say.
nothing
I
else to
don't-
say. Okay.
So,
I'm not going to say on the matter subject, I've told you about myself.
Lubu likes sleeping, and what else?
Unspecific Chinese martial arts.
Yeah.
Great. Love it. Love the energy here.
Well, anyway, I originally from New York City, but moved to Clarksburg in Kansas when I was 14.
Oh,
Was there for several years, and it's kind of where I developed more of my some more of my talents. But I was always into martial arts, even as a kid in New York. I focused a lot on Taekwondo, and my mom actually had we'll say some skill with the whip, and passed that along to me also. Yeah, I mean, other than that, pretty generic upbringing in the middle of nowhere, Kansas.
Kansas. I've been in tour in Kansas a couple of times. Might have been on your city. What's the name of your city again?
Town's Clarksburg. Wouldn't really call it a city, but
Oh, I've been there once. Yeah, my super sweet van, had a tire down, stopped in that city on the way. Very hospitable people. Nice place. I recommend it. Hoo-ha. Nice place there.
well, if that was the case, then I'm sure you probably got your tire fixed at the crappy mechanic who works for Turing Industries.
Oh, is that the guy with one eye and one hook for instead of an end? That guy was cool.
Trevor just gives you like the most confused look and says, "I don't know why I'm talking to a bear right now."
Well, no need to be racist toward the man in a bear suit.
Would that be racism or speciesism?
We are not doing the game of semantics right now.
But we are also good at it.
Trevor's just looking around like almost at a loss for words, and kind of shrugs and goes, "Yeah, you know what? I think I will. I think I will write this situation down because, posterity." He kind of pulls out a small notepad and a pencil and is jotting down a couple things, and he looks like he's kind of lost in thought for a second.
Bearvis is writing a memoir too.
He kind of side eyes Bear Boy and goes, "Yeah, this isn't a memoir."
No, this is what you present to your therapist, I assume.
Is it a cry for help?
Just for the postcards, keeping in contact with the people I care about at home.
Oh, that's very sweet. Bearvis is going to give you a light pat on the shoulder. Of course, since the size of a grizzly bear, the light pat might not be so light to you, but he's trying to be friendly and approachable.
Beatrice actually looks over at Cosplay, kind of smiles and goes and says, "I know Cosplay can't talk to you guys right now, but I'm sure that she would say right now that she'd be happy to make friends with you guys, since she is all alone in this world. After all, she's left her village for a very long time."
She's playing Snake on the phone, not paying attention.
Paying attention.
Can I roll insight to see how much full of bullshit Beatrice is?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm rolling inside too, actually. That should be funny. 20! Natural 20!
11. This bear has seen some shit.
This bear. Right, roll insight on the old ladies. The acclaimed sequel to Roll Insight on the Dog.
Okay, Johild, since you roll a 2, basically, you totally believe that everything is, totally honest. There's no sarcasm here. Everything is, she is alone in this world. She has no friends, and, so you believe everyone.
Because that's what the character would do. She's like, poor Dr.
Oh, that poor thing!
That poor Dr.
I must become her best friend and hug her all the time and bother her.
Yes. Also, Icipall, since you rolled an 11, you're kind of suspicious about it, but you're not too sure if you can, gather anything from it, really, other than, the fact maybe she might be messing, but there could be some layer of truth to it.
And with my natural 20, I think I might have accidentally discovered the meaning of life.
And in this case, the best I can give you for this one is that the sarcasm is literally rolling off her tongue, and is and you can tell that it's all bullshit.
Okay, so Bearvis is going to look at Beatrice, then is going to look back at Cosplay, and look back at Beatrice, and then he's going to look at Nina, lower his glasses, and slowly shake his head.
Nina did look like a bit divided, I'm not sure what to think. And then she's what
I don't trust this guy.
She's Bearvis, and then just and nods.
Yes, this is a classic "I don't trust this guy" moment.
Then it's good that you're here, Beatrice, to work as a translator.
Oh yes, I can definitely do that for you. That's for sure.
Bearvis is going to give her the sassiest he can master.
Yep, she's totally being honest.
So just to move things along.
Yeah,
is
along.
Cosplay going to say anything, or are we moving straight to Johild?
I really, again, I can't without translation, so.
Yeah.
This is the perfect character for you to play Honeypop too, isn't it?
Ooh, I mean that's why we have Beatrice here.
Yeah.
She is our She is our only connection to you.
Yeah, so Beatrice is actually going to say to Cosplay at this point, like, okay, if you want to talk to the others, then I can translate for you, but I will try and teach you more English over time, so then communication will not be so much an issue in future.
Okay. I will type up my statement so that you can choose.
Wow, okay. So this is how it is.
Yep, this is how it is.
Oh yeah.
This is how it is. It's just so just in case Ross doesn't blurt out something that he shouldn't.
Correct.
Yes.
No.
What is happening?
I
Nah,
think Ross
just-
is typing his message right now.
Yeah. So, you know what, Chuck, why don't you continue with Johild while Ross is typing?
Hello?
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 I was waiting basically to be because she's just stood there basically like just like she's looking uncomfortable basically.
Okay, but the question is, Johild. Am I pronouncing this right, by the way?
Yes, she just says
Okay.
simply.
So the question is, out of character, have you just found your best friend for life?
I mean, who is that?
Cosplay, clearly. With your 2 that you rolled earlier on Insight, I expect that's going to be a whole thing.
So
Hello?
does Johild say anything or?
She just says simply that as I said before, I came from Sweden. I can't really say much else about my life. That I can't. All right.
Are you a Norse god? Bearvis blurts out.
She just basically looks like and goes no. Like that's crazy. That's stupid
Okay.
crazy.
You know what? In respect to you, I'm not even going to roll insight on that one. In reverence to you, it's not going to roll insight. I don't think I would like the result.
That would be very blasphemous for me to put myself on the level of a god.
Demigod?
She just looks like I'm just normal, like the rest. Well,
I mean-
looks at everyone in the group.
Define.
Yeah, that was the wrong choice of words.
Define normal. Because the way Bearvis sees it, by the context of this group right here, I am normal. So, what is normality? Bearvis asks the big questions. Hoo-ha! Sick moves.
She just looks basically confused by what you're actually trying to ask her.
As soon as the conversation moved to Johild, Nina, even before you opened your mouth, Nina has been giving you this rather intense, contemplative stare, like trying to, like,
Are you not going to respect her personal space?
She hasn't actually moved at all from whatever sitting arrangement we have at the back of the bus.
Johild's just like, I feel someone staring at me.
I think. Okay, well, I don't. Can I stare at you intently as well?
Oh gosh. So,
But Johild basically, because she's interested in the elf, she goes up to Cosplay and goes like, Cosplay,
She's staring at you.
I've heard stories about Dokkelfar and Josselfar. Is it true that you come from Alfheim?
Beatrice translates that for Cosplay.
Okay. Beatrice will translate back something to the overall effect of, yes, I come from Elfheim.
Is it
What's
true
it
that
to ya?
is it true that it's a beautiful place? And is it true that Docklefire live underground, or do you live together? As she starts miming basically together with her hands basically like smashing together. Yeah,
That's-
interlocking fingers.
That can be easily misconstrued, and I love it.
Why do you think I'm doing it?
I know. I'm just adding to the fire, the dumpster fire, because what I'm
Yes.
here for otherwise.
So, again, another round of translation later. It comes to magic. Magic keeps us together.
Do you use laugh? Let me start. Do you use magic to life again?
Seda is used. Interesting. Why are you here?
Why are we all here? That's the question.
See, that's a relatively short response. Magic and curse.
Oh, as soon as curse is said, she just basically like, oh, what kind?
After translating, she just she just lifts up the bottom part of her shirt, and like gingerly, and it starts to tear away just by the act of like lightly pulling on it.
What are you doing?
And she
But-
stops.
Does Bearvis have popcorn in his picnic basket?
She slaps Bearvis and puts a coat on her.
Whoa, that's an overreaction.
It's like. Then she looks basically flabbergasted by the whole experience. Like, is it made of paper?
She shakes her head no.
Wait, you have some strange pervert curse that makes your clothes fall off?
I don't think that's what's. Wait, was that what's being implied? Are you Are you cursed
After,
with edge? Do you have the etchy anime curse?
After a round of translation, she nods her head yes.
Okay.
Johild just feels one side of her head and then just goes, I see. Sorry if bringing it up hurt you.
Bearvis
Go.
all of a sudden, Bearvis looks very interested.
Nina just blinks and goes, well, that's officially the weirdest thing I heard today.
Really?
Really?
I mean, yeah, curses being real. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johild goes. Johild just says curses are real.
Well, I know that now.
It's like everything is real, so there we go.
Wait a minute. Since elves and magic are real, and dwarves, vampires, werewolves, and leprechauns are real, would that also mean that she thinks for a moment, her eyes widen, and then she pulls out her phone and looks like she's going to go searching for a number, and there was, but cross-ocean phone calls are so damn expensive. Oh, Grandpa is going to kill me. Well, this can wait. I don't think she's going to eat him at any time soon.
As soon as you say that, she's like, what?
I think one of my friends back home is a vampire. I thought it was just a fashion statement until now.
That might be a fashion statement, given it's 1999.
Uh-huh.
I think that's funny.
That's why she never questioned it before.
She just looks at you and then sounds very seriously. Pray that she's not, or else.
Hey, careful now. That sounded like a threat to my friend.
It might be.
Well, then I guess I warn you. I've beaten people for less.
Ooh.
Also, Devar never got around to deciding if he was going to translate the.
I was actually going to, honestly, but I was going to wait till a good point. So basically, Beatrice noticing that the air is kind of thick with. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to reply with, if it protects the living, it's worth it.
Ah, there you are.
Intense standoff between the two tiny midgets.
There it is, the Dantan character.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to. So basically, Beatrice noticing there's some tension in the room. Basically, says, "Please, not in front of Cosplay, who is hoping so much to meet new people, experience new things from people she's never seen before, and to be friends with people that she's never had in her life."
Bearvis looks back at Cosplay and then back at Beatrice. Sure. still shaking his head slowly.
Johild goes like, okay, for Cosplay.
For Cosplay!
Nina just looks at Beatrice and is kind of impressed how she's able to say all of that with a straight face and just sits back down.
Alright then. So, with that said, I want you all to roll a perception for me.
Oh, it's time.
Mm-hmm.
Is it time
Hey,
for
I
the
want something.
battle stage? Is it time?
Okay,
Oh, yeah, I did have to.
Only Cosplay. And Trevor.
Oh, Trevor!
Oh, Trevor.
What do I say?
Wait, Devar, should I put an advantage on that?
No, it's just a D. It's
Oh,
just
good.
one. It's just D20 on its own.
Okay.
I like to question the fact that there's a man who spends 90% of the day apparently sleeping is asking about getting advantage on perception checks.
Well, well,
That's all to
sometimes.
do with my character, so.
Well, sometimes when you wake up, you have this moment of hyper awareness, like a feral animal.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's the case.
Okay. So let me see. So let's see. So Johild, you got a 5 from the looks of it, and
Yeah.
tied with Icipall, if I got this correct. So let me
Yeah.
see. So
Well,
let me.
we have just gotten off of basically intense stare down.
Okay.
We are so short that we can see outside the windows.
Okay, so anyone who got between 5 and 9, something feels off about the bus, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
The boss is a mimic.
Imagine if that's the case.
Don't joke.
Labu opens his eyes at this point.
10 to 15, you find it kind of odd. No one has seemed to have come onto the bus since you got onto it. And since Ross, well, Cosplay in this case, and Trevor have got the highest rolls, both of you have noticed that outside, despite there being passengers to pick up, the bus never stops at any of these stops. Also, you could have sworn the few passengers that were on the bus and left gave a very subtle gesture to the bus driver.
Oh, we're being gassed,
no.
aren't we?
And the most odd thing about all this, the more deeper you get into the city, the less people there seems to be.
Ooh, oh my gosh, it's almost as if this is a trap or something.
I just talked up the fact that we've got a talking bear on the bus and no one else wanted to get it on.
Well, that could also be the case if you were in a different genre altogether. But you know what kind of game this is.
So if my character abruptly stands up, draws her sword, and immediately heads for the bus driver.
Beatrice looks a bit concerned and goes like, "What are you doing?" sort of thing, because obviously Beatrice has not noticed.
Haven't you noticed that the bus is empty and hasn't stopped? As Trevor gets up. And,
nobody has come inside this bus in a while, which is definitely unusual. Unless, of course, this is some kind of cultural faux pas and Bearvis does not know how buses work in good old England.
And I could have sworn I noticed the last passenger getting off, giving some kind of signal to the driver, but looks like the mute elf is gonna slaughter the bus driver before we get the chance to find out. So that would be. Speaking of
which, since Ross has decided to act aggressively, the bus driver suddenly brakes, which makes Ross topple slightly because, you know, it was a very sudden jostle.
Don't worry, she has cushioning.
Don't tell me her clothes explode.
No.
Listen, I sincerely hope you are not going for a Queen's Blade character there, Ross.
No.
Senran Kagura was the reference.
Oh, so it's just as bad then.
Okay, so the first chance to do something different with this has failed, so let me on to the next part of this. So, once you've been toppled slightly, Ross, since you then start to see other people start getting onto the bus.
Uh-oh.
From where?
Johild gets up.
Well, people are climbing into this bussy.
No.
Oh, and he calls us out for those jokes.
I know, right?
What? Me? When have I ever called you out? Okay, well.
Okay, so let me continue, guys. It goes. Anyway, so the people. So basically, there's obviously a bunch of goons getting onto the bus now, and they're grinning, snickering, and cracking their knuckles.
Yeah,
and some of them,
you're totally gonna get him. Yeah.
and some of them brandishing weapons.
Do they look like clones of each other? Just to check.
Yes. Now that you have a.
Okay, is that how you justify reusing the same character assets for every stage?
Yes!
I thought it would have been obvious.
Oh, that's cute. That's very cute, Devar.
I thought it'd be funny, honestly. Basically,
it is very funny.
It is.
It is very amusing.
So anyway, so they're only coming from the if I remember correctly, how buses look usually, there's only one entrance usually.
It depends on the size of the bus.
It depends on the size of the bus. They can have
one entrance.
They
only
have a
one
entrance and the back, they have a fire door at the back usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say, for the sake of drama, that this bus only has one exit and one entrance.
Yeah.
So we have to fight through it.
Or it could simply be that they, as we are speaking now, they are barring the fire entrance.
Yeah. So anyway,
power tools outside.
Anyway, so the goons that come onto the bus, one of them points a blade at Cosplay, and goes and just says, obviously not too close to her just yet, but as a threatening way, sort of thing, and just speaks in Elvish. "No hard feelings, love. Got to make sure you and your little saplings don't kick up a fuss."
Wow, they said that in Elvish.
Yep.
You see, responds in Elvish. Words that probably are not going to get translated because of how vulgar they are.
Probably because probably because she really hates those goons.
Question.
Go on.
Where is my motorbike?
Aren't you carrying your sniper rifle?
My sniper rifle is also my motorbike. I would have thought it's too big to fit inside a bus, but apparently not.
Oh, come on, this is video game logic.
Sure, okay, it's on my back then. Sure.
Video game anime logic. Anyway, so then a female basically pipes up, going like, "These people are a problem. Since when does a withered old bag and a motley group of little shitheads cause enough trouble to warrant this many goons?"
Is
And
there
then-
any like reflective surfaces in this bus?
Good question. But I'll finish up with this one thing here.
Okay.
Don't question our orders. We just do the job we always do, quietly. So, you sad excuses of pansy's going to sit quietly and let us take you to be recruited? Or do we have to convince you?
Well, only thing you are
Bearvis.
going to convince us of is your imminent beating. So before we
Bearvis.
start, does anyone want to get off? Nina says as she gets up and cracks her knuckles.
Bearvis does not answer well to threats. Bearvis is overcome with the desire of murder. You can see is salivating at the prospect of killing, which is kind of scary for a grizzly bear. It's a bit of a scythe there. Anyway.
So yeah, I'm going to actually have one of the goons reply to that sort of thing and say, you act like as if we haven't done murder before ourselves. Or rather, make people disappear.
Oh, believe you me, whatever it is that passes for murder in your little back alleys, that's nothing. Nothing! Compared to what Bearvis has in store for you.
Anyway, Johild, back to you. You were thinking about reflective surfaces.
I was asking about it.
Let's see, would a bus have reflective surfaces? The only thing I could think of is those plastic windows.
They do have mirrors on the outside of them.
You mean the side mirrors?
Correct, and occasionally, depending on the bus, will have like a mirror towards the back so the driver can see inside of it. At least American buses. I don't know about British ones. I've never been on
We
one
do
of
have
those,
mirrors to keep
obviously.
We do have mirrors to see. Bus drivers have mirrors to see what's going on in the passengers behind them.
Yeah, there's usually a mirror at the front next to the bus driver.
Yeah,
so,
usually.
That's
my
it.
only option would be the window, and it's probably not reflective.
Yeah, I don't think the windows are reflective on a bus usually.
Okay.
Also, just to be clear, do all these people look like standard goons? There isn't anyone unique among them.
Doesn't look like anyone's unique amongst them.
Okay, just wanted to check.
Does anyone have a more threatening weapon than the others, like a gun versus like a lead pipe or something?
I was gonna say, a couple of them do have pistols, which by British law is illegal to be
Very
owning.
illegal.
Johild just basically smiles at them with the gun and goes like, "Oh, those are nice toys."
Roll
yeah.
for initiative.
Yeah, Bearvis is very unimpressed by their small guns. We're having a Crocodile Dundee moment. You call that a gun? This is a gun!
Well,
Johild-
this is kind of sad. Oh well.
Well,
You're about to say something.
I was going to say this. Johild just gets up and just looks at him and goes like, "I'm gonna give you one chance to stop being evil."
Guys, stop
Can you-
being evil.
Guys,
Just-
it's not
stop.
cool. Stop being evil, okay? Okay? You're not giving a good example to the children. Well, since you put it like that.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Get some help. Is what I'm imagining Johild being like right now. Stop it.
She's
Get
just
some
saying, yeah, she might as well be saying that. Well,
No, I'm just replying to Icipall about something.
Okay, shall we cut to the chase?
Yes, let me... I'm going to explain something here. You guys failed twice to basically find a way to, skip this battle, essentially. Because because essentially I would like to have introduced the concept of being able to essentially find creative ways to avoid unnecessary battles, essentially.
that's what I was trying to do, but
I think it's funny that in a game based around beat 'em ups, we're gonna try to find the not beat 'em up way through.
It's basically the
Okay,
It's
do you guys know a game titled Brock the Investigator?
No.
Well, it's basically that. I mean, it's both an adventure game and a beat 'em up. And depending on the situation, you can approach it as either a chance to beat people up or solve puzzles in a more nuanced manner. So you can actually avoid fighting.
it's sort of like one of those Indiana Jones games.
It's a little more complicated than that, but yes, that's a good example, actually.
But yeah, the reason I thought I add such a thing was because I thought, hey, maybe the players might not want to have a battle every session. They might like to find ways to, like do something more, circumvent and do some more narrative, creative ways to get out of things.
I getcha.
Yeah.
I mean, both Johild and Nina gave them basically that chance to walk off.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Since the battle's going to go down anyway, she goes like, the answer to your question is no. I only serve the shining day.
Oh well.
I guess.
And then suddenly the bus driver basically comes out and says, "Then this'll be your last stop to hell."
This will be your last ride.
Okay, so let's see. I believe. Let me actually get.
I
to
guess
the
I
combat
found the
section.
title for stage 2. Last bus ride to hell, or something. I guess I have to workshop it a little bit.
Okie dokie. So Brendan, Ross, and Dantan, you are both you three are the fastest and need to roll against each other.
Well, I already rolled and I rolled a 12.
Ah, see.
Okay, gang.
Okay.
13 and 14.
Okay,
14 for me.
Oh no,
okay.
Ross got 20.
Oh, so Ross will be going first out
Well,
of the.
she was the bloodthirstiest.
I guess I should roll as well.
No. I asked for only the three
Okay,
people
three
I
people.
asked for roll for. So I don't know why Madhog and Icipall decided to roll.
I thought we were rolling initiative.
We're
I thought-
rolling. I'm rolling to
It's like
decide
your
the
speed
fastest
stat
so far.
somewhat, so.
Just rolled in preparation for the.
Okay,
Because
let
I
me.
remember that I was tied with its speed with someone else.
Yes, you were actually. Actually, yes, you were correct to roll then because you were tied with Madhog. So
And
And they're still tied.
you
You
got the
both got
same roll
14.
And still the same.
Right, let's roll again.
I guess
again.
I'm the only one not tied with anybody.
Yes, you're in the middle still.
You got 14 again.
Okay, so I guess let's see. So I guess Icipall, you're going last in the team, so to speak. Let's see. Ross first. Johild's third. Let's see. And Brendan. Okay. And nothing else changes in this order then that I have saved last time. Let's see.
What? So you're saying we got the exact same order?
Not very
Except
much.
Brendan and Ross switched places essentially. But other than that, it's the same order as last time.
Right, gotcha.
Okay. let me just put the initiative order up, sort of thing. Okie dokie. I should probably denote who's the bus driver, actually, just to be interesting.
The boss driver, you could say.
The bus goon.
Bus driver, man.
He's being a bussy baka right now, let me tell you.
Yeah. So okay. So let's see. We have two female goons essentially. They're basically are the ones. One of them's they're basically
They're the gun wielders.
Yeah, they're the gun wielders. Let's see. Then we have two other goons who have knives. One of them's a bus driver, who is basically a very portly-looking gentleman.
As sometimes they use, yeah.
And he's wearing a cap, of course.
Oddly gentleman in a cap, got it.
Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Bus 2-2. Okay, there's one more goon, and that's basically going to be one who is basically going to have a corrosive-looking bottle on him.
Oh no.
Okay,
Johild
okay.
looks concerned for cosplay at this moment.
Not a corrosive bottle.
a bottle full of corrosive liquid, I should say.
Okay, well, yes, because if it were to be a corrosive bottle, it would have corroded already, and no weapon for this guy.
Okay, so Ross, you'll be off first.
Okay, get back to my feet and use my iced earth against the one that was speaking Elven to me.
Okay, that'll be one of the knife wielders then. So, okay, roll for offense.
All right, rolled
11. Let me look up something. Yeah, right. Because I thought I heard someone hiccup.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
I-
I was hyping himself.
I was trying to stop a hiccup from coming.
So
Gotcha.
Ross, you basically fire your ice spell against the knife guy who basically was speaking Elvish towards you, and in one fell swoop he basically ends up getting frozen into place and is essentially KO'd from the fight.
Is he blocking the way for the other goons, considering it's a bus?
I mean, I guess it's a big bus.
Yeah, let's just say that let's just say everybody has anime powers to basically find ways to move around the bus.
This is a badly designed. This is a badly designed video game. The enemies are just clipping through the frozen guy.
I mean, there's your name for this stage. Big Pussy Baka Bus.
That's significantly less cool than Last Bus Ride to Hell, but I consider it.
Okay. So the other knife wielder will go next, and he's basically gonna jump over the seat, one of the seats, to get around to get to Ross's character to try and go slashy.
As they do.
Slashy. He has to say it. He has to say it while he does it. Slashy.
Slashy.
Yeah, slashy.
As he slashes, you just see this giant sound effect go slash.
Flash.
Okay, Ross, you get hit, and you're gonna, and while you did guard, you basically will still take some grazing damage from that. So that'll be like 3% damage, and your clothes will take 6.
Okay, gotcha.
And the clothes basically will look like he tears into it, like as if it's like you're wearing a newspaper essentially as a dress.
As they do.
Okay, so Ross, you basically, you get hit, and you're gonna, and while you did guard, you basically will still take some grazing damage from that. So that'll be like 3% damage, and your clothes will take 6. And the clothes basically will look like he tears into it, like as if it's like you're wearing a newspaper essentially as a dress.
Johild looks really concerned.
Okay. Brendan, you're up next.
All right. So, Cosplay just got slashed. So I'll go. Well, wait. You said there's also 2 guys with pistols,
There's
Yep.
2 ladies with pistols, yeah.
Yep, females.
and
with
they
pistols.
have not gone yet.
Nope.
They have not gone yet, but they will do soon.
Then I guess I'm gonna have to prevent somebody from getting shot and go after one of them. Since I probably won't be able to one-shot them, I'm going to try to. Actually, I'm gonna prod one of them.
Okay. Roll,
Prod?
roll
As in cattle prod?
Pretty good roll.
17, nice.
17. So okay.
Does it work? I'll describe.
Yes, it works.
All right. So, as Trevor kind of hops over a couple seats to get at one of the chicks with a gun, in midair, you see him pull out a cattle prod from his magical back pocket, and just kind of as he kind of leaps by her, he kind of side prods her like the behind her shoulder, and it lets out like a nasty shock, and she kind of shakes, and then please describe the rest.
Okay.
Mr. GM.
So since you rolled a 17, that's a lot of damage on top of the electric damage. So
I was hoping that.
basically, you get her right in the shoulder where her heart would be, sort of thing, and it's like she's just there going like Street Fighter, gets electrocuted style. She drops her pistol, and then essentially, she looks like she gets thrown back into one of the seats due to how strong the strike was.
And then while standing there, Trevor does a quick twirl of the cattle prod, and then puts it back and over his back where he had it.
That's very nice. Also, let me think now. Let's see. I was going to say something. Oh yeah, I remember. Keep in mind, you now only have 2 stocks of that left, I think.
Yep, I got that covered.
Okie dokie. Okay. Next goon up will be the other pistol lady. Let's see, who should she aim for? Considering.
Please say me.
I'm pretty sure I heard somebody asking for trouble.
And made double.
To protect this world from devastation.
You know what? I think
To unite all the world under our nation? I don't remember it actually, never mind.
To unite all the people in our nation.
That seems not as evil when you say it out loud.
No, it's kind of the point.
That's that unless you consider American imperialism evil. Oh.
I like that saying.
Let me
Pretty much, yeah.
actually let me check. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's over here. I should be looking for. Okay, so that's her offense. So let me do that. Oh wow. Okay. Let me just. Oh wait, I forgot the calculator for this.
Oh boy. We're having technical difficulties.
Not technical difficulties, no. Let's see.
User error.
Yes, use. Okay, so I just need it just in case. Anyway, so let me.
The organic computer is experiencing hiccups.
Yes, I am the organic computer. I'm very sorry about that. Okay. So essentially, Johild,
Yes.
she's aiming for you. And basically, and she just goes, bite on my lead, sort of thing, and then
Do you bite literally on the lead? Wouldn't that be cool?
and she basically fires a couple of shots your way.
Johild looks very confident that she's not going to get hit.
And she does get hit. Let me see the damage output on this baby, because it's going to be like...
Yo, baby.
Plus 8. Also, your weakness on top of that.
I'm not weak to gun.
Oh wait, you're strong against gun. Never mind, I'm thinking of somebody else or something else.
That's why I was basically asking you to shoot me.
Yes, I'm being dumb. Sorry, I got them mixed up. Anyway,
I think our organic computer needs an update.
yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Okay, so you take 15% damage from that.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Well,
Would've been
that's
worse if it was my weakness.
Oh,
that's
God, yeah.
pretty bad.
It would have been a lot worse if he wasn't strong against it, because he would have took 27 damage.
Yeah, Johild basically tried to look basically tough as possible, but clearly failing. Just basically goes like, "Ha! You can't kill me with that pea shooter. I've got the bullet with my name on it."
Ow! That stings!
Yeah, then like dips behind the bus and goes, and my camera's like, yeah.
Okay.
Her inner thought says, "Ow, ow, ow."
Speaking of which, Dantan, it's your turn now.
Right. So, a goon slashed at Cosplay, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So, I want you to basically. Is it possible for me to basically, because they normally have these vertical bars that you can hold on to and whatnot on the bus.
Yes.
What I want to do is basically like grab one, swing on it, and basically torpedo myself towards the goon that slashed Cosplay.
Roll for speed.
Oh heck. 14.
And that's with your +5.
Yep. Oh. 14 plus 5.
Yes.
That's 19.
Demon.
So that should be a success. Let's see. So 14 plus 5. And then...
You need a natural 20, by the way, to do that. Damn it!
So, anyway, I'm about to say. So basically, you jump up, you grab the handlebars that basically passengers would use to basically keep a hold, sort of deal. And then you basically basically lunge forward with all the momentum that you can muster, and drop kick the
Yeah, she's just dynamic entries into the guy.
And with that you basically knock the knife out of his hand, as well as send him flying. That makes the bus driver move to one side.
Johild goes, "Stay away from my friend."
Hold on. If the bus driver is here, and we are here, and the bus driver is not there, and we are here...
He stopped the bus.
Who's driving the bus?
The bus has been stopped.
Oh, right, I forgot. Never mind, carry on.
They need to let in the goons.
I mean, it would have been funny if it was still running somehow.
Oh, absolutely.
But
this
it wouldn't make sense either.
and this becomes the British speed.
I mean, by the laws of combat, if we beat all the goons, we own this bus.
Sure. I'll take it.
But yeah, anyway, let's see, next up is the bus driver. And he's going to take off his cap.
Uh-oh. This is about to get serious. The hat had weights on it.
Actually, no. He's going to chuck it.
Oh, God, Shabbos?
Oh no!
Being odd job, don't know.
Oh no, it's the odd job hat! Oh no!
That's hack. That's cheating. We took
Well,
no job.
Oh my god, I can't believe you guys are reacting so much about an odd job hat reference.
I mean, we've all seen James Bond at some point.
Yeah, anyway.
And the N64 game.
And that too.
Anyway, he chucks it, but only hits 2 of you, which will be the people who are closest at this rate that he can get a hold of. And that would be Ross, Brendan, and Dantan. Let's see how much damage that will do over time. Well, not over time, but
Wait, over time?
no, I meant in the now, and if the effect sticks, considering what it is.
I was going to say, is this a wall of blades spell or something that just literally summons blades underneath you and then you're just stuck in it?
Okay. Let's see. Who's weak to slashing damage again?
Me?
Oh, goody.
He's got a blade in it.
Johild would try and protect her.
True, and I did say only hit 2 of them.
Yes, I'm still deciding, but it's like one of them is definitely Ross. And the other one shall be Brendan.
Okay.
I was about to say,
I'm
let
just-
it be me because I don't mind.
I'm just going to ask a question here, but
Yeah, what's the
given
question?
Lubu's high defensive capabilities, could
Yeah.
I use a defense roll to try and knock the hat out of the way? Or
No.
redirect it? No?
I'm afraid
Okay,
not.
never mind.
I'm
I'll go to sleep.
not at this point. No. Anyway, okay. So first things first. Brendan, you take 7% damage.
Okay.
And Ross, you take about 19,
Oof.
and your clothes take double that.
They're getting steadily worse.
It's getting worse.
Hang on, did we even heal between sessions?
No, not that
You
I
didn't?
remember.
No, you didn't, apparently.
Well, wait a minute.
Oh,
How much
look
time
at
has passed from, like, when we were there doing nothing? Did we just get on a bus after the fight?
Well, considering that there was a house on fire, and basically it was like, we can't stay here, essentially, and then
We
leave,
didn't leave very
essentially.
quickly.
That's pretty much how I just would have thought about it.
That's my fuck up. I hadn't even thought of that.
Well, I thought that, considering...
Well,
Yeah,
we know now, so
Make sure to heal between rounds.
it's better to find out now than later on down the line
Yeah.
when it was even worse.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. So that's the damage output that's been done. Deamonox, you're up next.
Okay.
Well, wait. Who was beat up a lot between sessions, or from last session?
Nobody?
I was a little bit beat up.
I
Little
know.
bit. Okay.
I think.
I take 1
Yeah.
point damage.
Ross took a little bit of damage as well.
Did he?
Because his skirt basically got ripped a bit as well.
Yeah, just a little bit singed.
I mean, I was at 90%, so I wasn't worried about myself. But
Oh, 99.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's
Let's see.
continue on. Deamonox.
Can I reach the other goon with the gun? If
I will
she's
say-
not already keyed out, or the one who fired.
I will say I will say yes in this case.
Because I'm gonna say it's like very hard to tell who's who in this list.
Yes, I know. So the other goon that you'll be off for,
Yeah.
what you planning on doing?
See, the problem is he's not an offensive fighter.
I know.
So I've got to think of how to do this in a sort of defensive style. But in this case, his best play would be to try and disarm the goon, the female goon, while at the same time striking.
Yeah.
So literally, like, grab. I'll roll first and see how much I actually get for this.
Keep in mind, you can also grapple. That's another way you can probably handle this.
That is true. It is count. I'll
So-
roll first to see if I go into detail what actually I'm trying to do.
Yes, roll. Let's see. Roll to see what you can do. 5.
Ouch.
Well, it's not a 1 at least, so let's be happy about that.
Yep.
It just means you'll do little damage. So what you're planning on doing to her at least?
Okay. The plan was to obviously nip over the thing, whatever's nearby.
Yeah.
If I need to defend, I was hoping to actually try and use my defense stats somehow. But go the thing. As since she's already fired the gun, she'll already have the gun still holding out.
Yeah.
Still holding the gun out.
She would have the gun out. Yes.
So you see his hand like grab the back of her hand, twist, and at the same time push with his foot. So like twist. So that when his arm slips from his hand, he literally yanks the gun out of her hand. Literally pulls it out because they were twisting the grip on her hand at the same time.
Of course.
So like just so this armor.
Yeah.
Leona would applaud at such a technique.
Well, he doesn't do punches, so.
No, I understand.
Yeah. This still works out, I think, because so basically you got the gun off her, and she's basically.
I don't think she expected it to suddenly appear out of nowhere.
And so she took a little bit of pain from in her arm, sort of thing, because essentially it's like. Because essentially you just pulled it, essentially you twisted and pulled it. It was like, "Wah!" but she still be up though.
Oh god, yeah, 5. If it was nat 20, I was expecting to do that and accidentally kick her out the window or something.
Yes, probably, and probably way more. But we'll get to that. Let's see. Next goon in the list. Let's see.
Number your goons.
Yes, I know.
Or
But
descriptive goons.
No, just put numbers on them, or if you've got one with weapons on, put a letter for the weapon on it.
yeah, two of them are basically gone now. So so far. So okay, so it's the corrosive goon. He's basically just gonna chuck his lovely concoction towards all of you. Let's see.
Are you sure I can't kick this out of the air?
Sadly, you took your go already, so yeah. But also, I need to think about that since later things. Anyway, let's see how well he does. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see. Does this stick to anybody? That's the question. Okay. So. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, I have bad news for 2 of you at least. Let's see. But first things first, the damage output. So basically, corrosive damage is 18. For
Okay.
that he's committed to. Though anyone who is weak to corrosive will take 30.
Who's it hitting?
I'm not weak or strong to that, so.
Yeah, so you just take normal damage to that.
Wait, so I'm the one being hit?
Who's being hit? You didn't say.
Sorry, I thought. Okay, so basically, okay, let me think about how to explain this. So basically, he chucked it, and it basically splashed out essentially into like a group attack, so to speak. So essentially, it hits everyone that's in that general area, which would be all of you.
Yeah, it hits us all. Okay.
So it's just to explain why it's hitting you all. Okay. So the bad news is Brendan and Icipall, both of your characters, had the corrosive status kick in essentially and stick.
I
So
see.
let me just look at my game rules to see about the priority order of things that I set for
Also,
corrosive.
how much do I take any more clothing damage from that?
Yes, you do take clothing damage. How much clothing damage have you taken so far?
It's half off.
It's oh wow, okay. Yeah, so your clothes take 30 as well then.
Oof. Okay.
So,
Down to tattered undies guy.
apparently so.
Johild just looks like.
So what happens when your clothing bar hits 0? Do you die too?
No.
Of embarrassment.
Anyway,
Guess we're going to find out at some point.
okay. So let me okay. I'm just thinking what's the most important items on you.
So that battery acid bomb gave 18% of damage.
Yes, it did 18 to anyone who takes normal damage, but anyone weak to it is 30.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, okay, so first things, Icipall, your first aid kit bag is melting.
Oh shit.
Oh no!
So is it like a
Completely on
like
or
lose
just
a
damage?
charge, or is it completely unusable?
It's unusable until the next session, essentially, for reasons that we'll get into in a later time. So it's good. So it's best to keep a hold of it. Brendan, for you, it's basically your whip. Sadly,
Yeah, I know.
sorry,
So,
man.
Basically, he can't use the whip right now.
Yeah, he has to be forced into close quarters now.
Ouch.
Which on a
Yeah.
bus was happening anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. So anyway. Okay. Madhog, you're up next.
Yes, Bearvis is born ready. Hoo-ha! Anyway. Yes. Okay, so I can hear my own echo, which is not annoying in the slightest. So I want to target one of the knife guys. Is there a knife guy left?
No, the knife guys have been taken out. There's only the pistol, the busgoon, and the guy who just threw his corrosive acid bottle.
Oh, I'm taking revenge on the corrosive guy. I don't like his corrosive personality.
You could have said toxic.
I mean, I could have said that.
few other ways.
Instead I said corrosive, but okay, we cannot live in the past. So, I'm
Okay.
rolling. I rolled a 19 plus 3, so it's a solid 22.
Nice. Okay. So
Okay.
what you're planning on doing exactly?
Right, so you know how I do all these sick moves all the time? They are very sick, you guys.
Yes.
I'm going to slowly approach him while doing as many sick moves as I can. Translation: Elvis Presley was inducted into the Martial Arts Hall of Fame, apparently, because of all the sick moves he did on stage. So
Yeah.
let's just say I'm a karate champ, like the NES game. And I'm slowly approaching the guy while doing all the karate moves. Hoo-ha, 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 hoo-ha. I look very impressive, very menacing. And then I get close to him.
Yeah.
I stop. I look at him. He looks at me. We fell in love. We get married. No. I look at him. He looks at me. I bite his head off.
Okay.
I am a bear.
But no.
I would never have guessed.
Okay, well, we're having this conversation later.
Well, while he gets knocked out, basically.
No. I bite him in his head is inside my mouth, and I am throttling him.
Well, I'm just saying he gets knocked out. That's all I'm saying. That he's out of the fight. That's all I'm saying.
That's cool, but I will keep throttling him for a while, and then I'm going to chuck him on the window pane. Yes, I said window pane. You know what I mean. I'm going to chuck him at the window pane.
Okie dokie. Icipall, you'll be up next.
Sometimes you just got to be a bear in a bus.
Yes.
So we still have the bus goon left, one gun goon without a gun, and one knife guy.
No,
the
the knife guys are both gone.
All the blood everywhere.
So we have the gun goons are still there, but one of them is missing their gun.
One
gun girl and the bus driver.
One gun girl and the bus driver.
Ah,
Well, all right. I thought I shocked a gun goon and
Yes, and she got KO'd.
she got KO'd, and then the other gun goon got disarmed.
Yes, the other gun goon got disarmed and is still up.
So it was just a goon.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, can you say gun goon girl 3 times in a row?
Yes, but not right now because I'd rather play.
Okay, let's continue, guys.
Yes. Since I'm being covered in that corrosive acid, do I take DOT?
No damage over time with corrosive damage. It's the poison. Poison does that one.
So what does the corrosive condition do?
It removes your item, basically.
It moves one of your items, or it basically is. If you're not got an item, then basically it will. It'll basically be a detriment to either defense or offense.
So it's not going to do anything more than what it hasn't already done.
No, it will not do any more than that. What?
As Nina is doing her best to wipe off all the battery acid off her and going and just trying to get it all off, she notices she's checking out all her pockets. She realizes that her first aid medical bag has been basically ruined, and just glares at the goons. You little shits, that was from my mom! And she grabs one of those benches, rips it off from the bus, and hucks it at the bus goon.
Okay, roll for. I would like you to roll to see if you can do that. Offense.
10.
10 plus 5, so 15.
Right, let me think about this, because essentially you're trying to basically do chuck the bus seat at somebody.
Yes.
Let's see.
Just rip it off and let it fly.
Okie dokie. So okay, so let me think now. Actually, I need to take a look at wait, wrong list. Here we are. Okay, so you do that much. See, and you said you threw it at the bus goon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the bus goon basically, as you chuck this bus seat towards him in anger, sort of deal, you basically see it hits him, but he basically is like, and so while it did do damage. So while it did do damage, it basically looks like he just put his hand up, but it's still basically like hurt, like ah. So you didn't like throw it hard enough.
Took more effort to rip out of the floor of the bus than you realized.
I'll take adrenaline and pure rage on that one, just to explain that one away.
Well, no,
Okay.
that's fine. He super offense. But it was just like a, hey, you didn't do as much damage because you put more effort into ripping the bus out. That was my.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
that's
Continue.
It's okay.
Don't worry,
Okay.
next turn I'll hit him with the bus.
Okay. So let's get up to the turn order, and it'll be. Let's say the lovely lady gets up next. And
Nudist.
no, not the nudist. Actually no. Yeah, let's go back with Ross. And I'm about to give it to a goon. Anyway, Ross, you're up next.
Okay. Do I still have the one that was meleeing me has been dealt with already, correct?
Yes, the one that's been meleeing you is
Alright.
dealt with already, thanks to Johild.
Okay. I think I am going to activate my second spell right now, the one that I have not used yet.
Okay, so who are you using it on?
Myself.
Okie dokie. Let me take a look at the rules for that one. Here we are. Okay. So I want you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay then. Not a bad one.
Okay. So let me just familiarize myself again with. Okay. So basically, in this one, you heal for about 20 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
So you took Cure Light Wounds as well.
Yep,
Mhm.
he has cure light wounds on him.
Good to know.
Though the downside to using it, it has a long cooldown, essentially, so he has to strategize when to use it.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. So we have the female goon who lost her gun next. She's not happy that Lubu disarmed her,
Okay.
and she's basically going to try to attack him. So let's re-roll. Dirty 20, so let's see. Oh wait, I was on the right one for her. Okay. So that. Okay. Okay, Deamonox, you take 28% damage from.
Holy shit.
She basically did her full combo essentially,
Ouch.
but it also means he gets knocked back slightly.
Wow. So what did my defense stat do again?
Your defense basically mitigates the damage. Oh wait, let me actually do that. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes, I-
but
No, you
it's
didn't.
I had this. Well,
so basically that. So. Oh wait, let me do that again.
So I gather you haven't mitigated anybody's damage today.
Ah, right.
Ah,
Hey,
right.
fairy tale system.
Defense. DC. What's that? Never heard of it.
Yeah, again, I'm
Teething problems. No
teething
worries.
problems. Sorry, guys.
Don't worry, Devar. It's perfectly fine and acceptable. It's not like you do this for a living.
Okay, so put that down to 23.
Okay,
No, you
so-
actually don't do this for a living. I sounded sarcastic there. I didn't mean to.
It's all right, but again, I wish I could be better sometimes for you guys. Sorry.
We
It's
love
fine.
you.
It's
We
what
love
it
you,
is.
Devar.
Hey,
It
you
is
saw
what
my
it is.
DMing
Okay,
style
so
was as
my-
scattershot as could be, so...
Yes, and you have forgotten that one time and only time I DM'd the game ever.
I remember it.
Exactly.
Devar,
Yeah.
is it safe to say that our defense skill is just like that percent reduced? So if I took 20%, I know with my defense 3, I'm only taking 17, so I can just do it myself.
Oh my gosh! Do we have a person in this chat who's actually good at math?
Let me actually.
I am very good at math, thanks.
Let me double check. Let me double check your
I'm
defense.
joking.
Your defense, then.
Let's not go time to redact the damage from the previous strikes and just keep remembering from going on what
Yeah,
we have a defense that.
I mean for going forward, yeah.
So basically, the way I think about it, right, is that basically there's a percentage of damage taken off. In this case, for Trevor, it's 13% that gets taken off of whatever damage is dealt to you. So that's how it works. So that's how it works for you. There's 13. For Deamonox, it's 15, but I've already deducted his.
Okay.
Okay. So just remember in future that. Anyway, let's
Unless,
get
of
back.
course, you up your defense, of course.
Yes, of course. That'll be.
That'll be
much later, though. Brendan, you're up next.
All right. So there's Buscoon and disarmed
Sam pistol and yeah, that's just those two.
It's just we took out 3 so far.
Yes.
So I'll rush the Buscoon for a combo.
Okay, let's roll for the offense.
I'm getting there. Not bad. I guess if I'm adding my offense, 18 total.
Okie dokie. So that.
Respectful.
Let's see. So let's actually just check to see what. Let's see. So close. Here's your close range.
Close range.
Yes.
Range.
Yes, close range combo and medium range combo that he has. Well, medium range is now disabled, but anyway. Okay. So basically, you. Okay. So basically, you do about 4 hits to the guy. So you don't do your full combo, but it's close to doing a lot, essentially.
All right. I'll unleash a flurry of kicks, and I'll mix a knee in there. Anyway, so
yeah. So basically, once you put that knee in there, he basically looks to bend down slightly and just holds his gut and then just cuts back up, going like, "Ugh," like looking kind of annoyed. Anyway, so next up would be Dantan.
Right. I'm going to use basically my other skill on the bus driver man.
Okay. Which one is it?
It is the it's basically the light spell that I have.
Ah, yes, that one.
Yes,
So roll for offense then.
okay. 15.
Very good.
Yeah, so Johild basically seeing what Trevor basically unleashed basically a bunch of kicks on this guy. She tries to get in this guy's blind spot, and you just see her hands basically start glowing with these light runes just appear on her palms, and you see like a light just in the middle between her palms just starts basically appearing, and she says, "Tanda, bluster!" It right in his face.
Yeah, and once you do that, he basically looks like he gets like a blast of light right in his face, which looks to basically not do anything too drastic to him, sort of thing, because it's a light spell, but it does look like it hurt him quite a bit, and he's like holding his eyes, like, ah.
Did you just solar flare him? That's awesome.
She just says, evil must be blinded and then purged.
Halfway there.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Right. Deamonox, back to you.
Okay. Well, no point in me activating my ability because the fight will then be over the second I do it.
Okay.
So,
So
no
what-
point in doing that.
So what you gonna do?
Might as well just attack the gun lady goon.
Okay. Roll. See what you do.
7.
7.
7. Okay. Let's see how much that.
Yay.
Let's see how much that does. You do you do basically one hit of your combo, but it is enough to basically knock her out.
Right,
Nice.
jab for the win.
Flavor says as she's doing her full combo and wailing, as the last punch hits, he sort of spins with it, and his backhand hits on the back of the head.
Yeah. When you do that, you basically when you backhand her, her face basically goes right into the bar of one of the of the poles that basically has the bus stop button on it.
Bing! Stop.
Yeah, pretty much like that. And she's like is knocked out cold and falls onto one of the seats.
Next stop, Portobello Street.
Okay, next in the list will be. Let's see.
Madhog, since the goons are
Yeah.
all the goons but the bus goon are out.
The bus goon is still up, yes, but
Yes.
Is the bus goon the only one remaining?
yes, he's the
Yes.
only one remains.
Well, after smashing the other guy on the window pane, Bearvis looks at the last remaining goon with blood coming out of his mouth, a mixture of blood and saliva, looking positively feral in the process. Still wearing his glasses and his pompadour, by the way.
Of course.
Of course, that's the image right now. And I guess he's going to try and tackle the last goon.
Okay. Roll for your offense.
13
Let me take a look.
plus 3.
Okay. Let me take a look, see how much of your combo you pull off. Okay, that's 2 hits against him.
So I'm going to come at him with a direct jab with my left hook and then uppercut him with my other arm. Ideally he should get his head smashed through the roof and now it's stuck there. A bird poops on him on the other side.
I was actually going to say that first, before you hit him, he's basically looks like he's dazzled. He's basically looking around like all confused, like he has no idea where he's going. And then suddenly you're coming with the 1-2, like boom, sort of thing, And when you punch him underneath his chin, he does not go up into the air. He just basically he starts holding his chin like ah.
All right, bear claws. I forgot about them. Oops.
Icipall, you're up next.
Okay. I am going to charge forward and pick up some speed, basically run up, just run up Bearvis's back, jump from his shoulder and rocket down on the bus goon and just sucker punch him.
Okay, roll for your offense. 6.
+5, so 11. Damn it.
Honestly, it's just enough.
Oh,
Yes, he's just a goon, not a boss, so
He's also taking a debuff from my light spell.
yes, because in this case the light damage type basically causes confusion type elements to kick in.
That's lights out for you.
Yeah, so basically, when you come down on him and punch him, you basically send him right into the floor and caves like the floor in slightly. So then he's down and out.
So deposed.
Yes, the fight is this particular fight is over. Yes,
There is no one outside the bus.
No.
there is something that comes up.
Oh, never mind.
We were expecting the boss to come out. The bus driver could not have possibly been the boss, could he?
Nope, I did not plan him to be the
Exactly.
boss.
Exactly.
Do we hear Latin chanting?
No, but you basically what you do see outside is a long black limousine pulls up, which has a mark of an emblem rather, of a sword pointing upwards with the Roman numeral 5 underneath it.
Oh.
So they are numbered.
But there was only supposed to be 4 lieutenants.
There is. This is a very unique design for this car, essentially.
Sorry.
Anyway, so the car door of it opens on its own mysteriously, and you see steps out Farmer Ted.
Oh, look who's back.
Ooh.
Riding a limousine. I would have loved if Farmer Ted just came into town riding a tractor. Would it then have been something?
Anyway, so you basically hear him clapping outside.
Okay.
Care to come out?
No.
Could I use a Icipall at him through the window from inside?
Not really, no, because the windows would be kind of blocking the way out.
Break the window!
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to suggest
just
for
break the window.
just the sake of given the state of a lot of our characters and their health.
Or is this like video game logic where, like, even though it looks like a window, it's actually in the wall?
Look! I will help you. I'll throw myself at the window and attempt to smash it, so you can charge up your super beam through the broken window.
Well, I mean, does anyone of us know how to drive this thing? Nina indicates at the bus.
I rode a horse before.
I'm sure it's not drastically different from car stuff that I've driven, although it is the other side of the road that I'm used to. But
Yeah.
I can go do it.
I mean, Beatrice,
I'll step
are
out.
we still far away from that friend of yours?
She basically looks and goes like, I was hoping that we would get to him soon, but they took us to a part of town that's away from him. Hopefully he'll know that something's gone wrong and he'll come find us.
So we can't, like, run down back street alleys or something? Johild asks.
If you can think of a way to get past Ted, sure. And since you're all talking, you hear Ted just kind of shout, if this was anyone else, I'd be impressed and offer you a pint of ale for your troubles. But sadly, since you're all causing an unnecessary ruckus, we're going to have to do this the hard way. But first, if you would care to come out, because one of you has guests who have been dying to see you.
I take a look out the window
Same.
out of curiosity.
Yeah, Ted Ted is just waiting for you to get off the bus, essentially.
Okay, fine. We have to get off the bus to progress the story.
What if we don't? What if Bearvis places himself at the driver's seat and attempts to drive away?
Yeah, about that. Since now one of you has decided to go check on it, you notice that the bus driver has put one of those specialized steering wheel locks on it.
Oh no! There is no way we can possibly break a lock with our superpowers!
These locks would actually damage the wheel, though.
Yeah.
They're
Alright.
sort of specialized to hold the wheel and stop the ignition system.
Exactly.
Damn it! Thwarted by locks again!
Add logic.
If only you were a master of unlocking.
Guys,
He's back in America.
may I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Maybe.
One of us should go out there and distract them, while the rest of us somehow get around and attack them from behind.
Bearvis is going to entertain and dazzle their lives.
Yeah. Trevor's already walked out the bus.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yes, so is cosplay, sword drawn, ready to go.
Yeah.
Nearly naked.
I mean,
Yes, we
Bearvis.
all are them.
I guess Bearvis is. I mean, Bearvis. You know, the spotlight has to be on Bearvis at all times. He's going out as well.
yeah.
You just see Johild sigh and goes like, "Should have stayed in the volcano."
Did someone say something about a volcano?
Well,
So yeah.
guess we are doing this too.
So
Now
basically,
follows the rest of the group.
so you see Ted just kind of looks to you, smiles, and then he basically moves out of the way for a man to come out from the limo, an older gentleman wearing a brown jacket with a bandolier of shotgun shells, a brown trousers with what looks like a massive knife sheath at his side, and of course a well-trimmed and clean grey mustache. He looks to the group and says, "Ah, yes, that's the blighter we've been searching for."
Oh
and
no.
he looks into the limousine and goes like, "Miss Deathhide, we found our bear."
Oh no.
Oh, really?
Devar, it's Deathhide.
That's why I said Deathhide.
No, you said Miss Hyde.
No, Miss Deathhide, I said.
Actually, I heard you say
Mr.
Mr.
Hyde.
I heard you say Mr. Hyde. Okay, well, never mind. It's them. It's them. Damn it, it's them.
So the British gentleman reaches his hand in and carefully leads said lady out from the limo. The first thing you see, though, is black fur that's wrapped around her body, which fills the entire car door almost. What little you see of her person as exiting the vehicle consists of dark red high heel shoes and a dress that is tight around her thin frame, her thin, long black hair draped over her shoulders. Her eyes dance with glee as she grins and says, "Finally, we have you cornered. Do you realize what kind of favors I had to call in just to be given permission by vainglory just to be here? You have taken time out of my busy schedule. I could have ordered and watched the making of my next furs made from a family of polar bears and flaunt it to the unwashed masses and revel in their hatred. But no, you had to be nothing but trouble and get away before you could accept your rightful fate to have your hide wrapped around me. A purpose worthy for the likes of you."
Delilah Deathhide. Delilah Deathhide.
So, what do you have to say for yourself, you foul, parasite-ridden savage beast? No, wait, forget it. What am I thinking? Expecting a creature of little to no intelligence, masquerading as a low-class human minority that barely deserves the right to live?
Hey, you shouldn't talk to Ted like that. I know he's not a nice guy, but...
Okay, so Bearvis is looking decisively grievous for a second there. Every ounce of earnest fabulous mannerism that might have defined him has gone. What's left is a soulful grimace as he looks at his long-time nemesis. The both of them, actually. So he cracks his neck and then answers, "Ma'am, this is a Wendy's."
Just almost Appling overdoing her best not to burst out laughing at that.
Johild goes, "What's the Wendy's?"
Yeah, okay, well,
Yeah,
that's
really
honestly the only answer I could possibly give to this person.
Nina whispers to Johild, "It's a restaurant chain back in the States."
Yeah, she'll get it. So, I don't know. I certainly don't know who you are. You must have confused me for somebody else. I am clearly a man in a bear suit. And a famous rock star, too. I have many lawyers, lady. I'm not sure that...
Give me that tripe. I know who you are. I know what you are. He knows what you are. He knows what you are. Everybody in this street knows what you are.
He looks at the party and he whistles while waggling his finger around his temple to signify she's crazy.
Honestly, I cannot expect any form of intelligent conversation with such a beast.
Yes, I would agree. Conversing with you is like talking to some kind of subhuman, underdeveloped, what's the word? Australopithecus. And considering how much fur is on you, I would honestly pass you for a monkey. So, yes, I agree. Talking with you is a waste of time.
She kind of glares daggers at you, and then
You can dagger me however you want with your angry look, lady. I don't care. I'm simply too famous, popular, and rich to care about the likes of a animal-killing bitch.
she just simply says, "Sir Roderick, I trust you can work together with our gracious host and bring me the corpse of the bear." And he just replies with, "Oh, of course, ma'am. It shall be done, post-haste." And he leads her back into the limo, where she just sits down, composes herself, and powders her nose.
Delilah Death-eyed, Delilah Death-eyed. That's her name, by the way. Da-dun, da-dun,
I
dun.
gathered.
Da-dun, da-dun, dun.
I can't believe you made Cruella de Vil your ultimate nemesis.
Why not? Why not? Honestly, one day I'll tell you about my backstory.
But it is not this day.
But not today, no. We have apparently a big game hunter to fight.
Yeah.
I thought it was a butler.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yes.
So hunt about it to me because of
I-
the shotguns and everything.
He has a shotgun and a machete by his side.
Of course he does.
As I said, Delilah had to call in a lot of favors to get in here. Anyway, so Ted then comes up going, "Right then, you old muckers." He moves to crack his neck. "Ready to give up and realize that resisting the nature of our world is bad for your health? Or will you continue till you drop like flies from pesticide?"
Sir, this is a Burger King.
You already made that joke, Bearvis. It doesn't.
It's
work
still
the same
funny,
second
damn
time.
it!
But you are overusing it.
What's a Burger King?
Really? Okay, well, fair enough. You know what? The only fast food restaurant outside of the US that we knew in Italy back in the day was McDonald's, so...
Yeah. And let's see. This would be the start of the boss fight, technically, but it's getting late, I think.
Right.
So I think we should stop for the night, even though it's not where I would like to stop, but we can't control that, sadly.
Well, in fairness, it is a good point to stop. We had a fun ride, a fun bus ride with friends. We had a pleasant time. Nobody important was hurt. And then we come down the bus and we meet up with even more old friends. And things are about to get even more fun for next time.
Drinks were a bit too strong for the trip, but we'll manage.
Yes, overall I give this bus ride a 3 out of 5 stars.
Are there any like trash cans or bins that I could basically rummage through for the chicken?
I mean, there are bins around the area right now. But you have to find out next time.
Besides, we all know that.
Well, I mean, if this
Pinskin is nowhere near as good
is
as
a old
Wolfskin.
school beat 'em up, then that means that if we bust up some background objects, we're gonna find a shit ton of fucking fully cooked turkeys to fucking chomp into.
Yes.
Or slices of pizza to share.
Or
Okay,
apples.
somebody better have a finisher that calls in reinforcements that shoot bazookas on the bad guys.
So yeah, anything else you guys would like to say about the session? I know that we've had teething problems with the combat still, but I felt like it was a bit better than last time.
Don't worry, honestly, the fun time we have interacting with each other and role-playing makes up for whatever the issue might be with combat. After all, to me personally, the best aspect of this game is the dynamic and role-playing.
Yes.
And on that note, what I adore, in fact, what I absolutely adore about your combat system is that this is the fastest a fight has moved, has been dealt with in one of these games, in my personal experience. That's a
yeah.
big
That was
thumbs
pretty
up.
breezy too, but
I was not there, so
I know.
in my
but, I mean,
experience,
Yeah, yeah, like I said, I think I'm hoping I'll get better at it as time goes on. Maybe I'll think about it, but I was about to say, maybe you guys can help out some points at times, sort of thing, remind me about things, or like keep an eye on your own health situations, defense,
I
and
did
all that.
say that it felt like we kept on task better this week than last week.
Yes,
overall.
right. Yes, well, that's because we only basically had one scene.
yeah.
Correct, and no, it wasn't. Literally, I have a character right now that can't talk a lot, so it wasn't that I was ignoring what was going on. It was just like I literally did not have many opportunities that I could like chime in. I definitely can't equip with a character that speaks almost only Elvish.
Ross, I noticed that you're still playing Honey Pop. Thanks, Discord.
Well, we have one character who doesn't speak the main language and another who sleeps most of the time.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, anything else?
Johild, who is
Shy.
well, socially basically awkward.
Don't worry, guys. Bearvis will speak for all of you. Hoo-ha!
So,
Thank you.
so yeah. So basically, quickly ask anyone else wants to say anything about the game today, or like anything that they felt was a drag or needs improving or whatever.
This game was anything but a drag. That's not what I would use to describe it. In fact, it's one of the breeziest, refreshing, one of the breeziest sessions of TTRPG I've had in a long time.
I think it's been okay this session. It was quite fun.
Yeah.
You're clearly doing your best, and I appreciate it.
Yes, I appreciate it too. And I like the idea, your implementation of a beat 'em up system to make the campaign move on faster. It does seem that this particular setup requires, well, less setting up. so we can just get to the point faster, and it's a lot more fun and, as we said, breezier because of that. So
Yeah.
you've had a very good idea, you just need to iron out the kinks a little bit, and that's something that you will accomplish with time. Do not rush. You do not need to rush.
Yeah, that'll happen the first few sessions, and that's okay.
Yeah, and we'll.
There's always
And
going
if,
to be growing pains on that sort of thing, especially as you're working with a new system.
Yeah.
yeah, and if you do need any help, just ask any of us, and we'll basically, throw in our 2 cents.
Oh, believe me, Brent. So far, all of you have been great so far for asking about the combat. Last session that we had, especially Brendan, who basically shared a lot of ideas that basically, which I basically have used quite a bit of to basically tailor to the combat I had in mind. So I like to thank you all for that.
Yes, basically.
Yeah,
What
the
can we say except you are welcome?
yes, you're welcome. But I have no clue how we were supposed to basically dodge the first fight. Quotation marks.
Honestly, I was basically kind of leaving it open-ended because I decided not to think too much
So
about it. And
basically,
just,
he had the idea. It's like someone came up with something that sounded logical. Oh, that would probably work. Then basically he was going to let it go, type of thing.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we
Well-
tried. Johild told them not to be evil, and Nina told them that
Well,
it's the last chance to get off before they get beaten to a pulp.
Well, here's the deal. Had this been a different game, one in which it was recommended to avoid fights, like in a Call of Cthulhu campaign,
Yeah.
I would have probably thought of ways to avoid facing people head on. I don't know, maybe I would have tried to smash the window pane, escape from there. Something along those lines, but I am a big grizzly bear in an
Yes.
Elvis getup. I am not going to be intimidated by a small guy with a knife. You know?
Yeah, I know.
That's not a knife.
I have a motorbike that counts as a big sniper rifle on my back right now, and which somehow fit into the bus, so...
Yeah, but I will say basically that right now we're not basically doing very well on health-wise. Between
we're
me and
definitely not.
Roth.
Well,
And, we need-
actually, I'm splendid. I'm great.
Oh, good for you!
And yes,
Target
it's
person.
it's good for me because I am the tank of the group, obviously.
I didn't know that was obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you-
yeah,
And
correct.
You're joking.
the team healer has been disabled.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, we've got basically the backup healer's already used her healing spell on herself, and
So next, the fight is going to be interesting.
Alright,
The
yeah, I'm
stakes
saying-
are high.
What is everybody's life? Because I'm at 53%, so I'm 2 hits away from finding out what happens when a player dies.
Well, you flicker for a moment and then you disappear, and then you have to put in the next quarter to get an extra life.
Right,
gonna
yes.
say that.
You get to
Yeah,
continue. Count down to 10.
After the healing, I'm at 82%, so I'm mostly okay, although I'm scantily clad with no opportunity to replenish my clothing.
God
Just
I
damn
am
it,
at
Ross.
I am at 72, so
Ross,
not in a danger zone yet.
Ross, I am not very happy about this unwarranted Senran Kagura reference in my Christian show.
Oh, that's coming from a man who keeps talking about his Baka Busi bus.
I only said that once. Come on.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so this has been fun.
Yes,
it has been fun.
I was not expecting the increased tension between Johild and Nina.
No, neither was I actually.
You-
I did enjoy that.
You love to see that. If only I had my popcorn in my picnic basket.
Yeah. I also like the idea that Johild just totally believes that basically what Beatrice says. And it's like basically, oh my god, she just needs friends.
Yes,
totally
that's
relate.
it. I am looking forward to see that dynamic bloom.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ross doesn't sound too excited.
I mean,
Yes, of course, Ross is in character right now.
I mean,
Yes.
considering what we've been able to gather out of character, how Cosplay talks and of her opinions, it's not going to be probably nice if she ever learns enough English to converse with the rest of us.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
that be something?
I agree.
It would be hilarious if the entire game it was just that.
I
imagine
like to
Ross feeling
imagine
bored.
that Cosplay is actually swearing the whole time, all day, constantly, and we cannot understand her because they're Elvish.
But it
Because-
sounds beautiful though what she's saying.
It
I
is
don't
such-
even understand it, but
It is such a musical language, so lyrical, you guys.
Like wiping your ass with sateen.
Oh no. Oh no. But yeah. Anyway, I think we'll shut off for the night. So you have a good night, everybody, and take care.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, good night,
you too.
everybody.
Thanks for coming,
Good night.
everybody. This has been Team Yume playing a game.
Good morning, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Morning.
Happy
Bye.
daylight savings. And
Take
remember,
care.
don't feed cocaine to a bear.
That's bad.
Correct.
That's bad for
Actually,
the bear.
it's like budget gold for Hollywood. Who knows?
You know what? Cocaine Bear is so fun. I recommend it.
Good night.